Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Damon and today I'm going to show you how to do this bold makeup look. First, I'm going to start by moisturizing the lips. I'm using the Grandpawpaw lip balm. Next, apply your moisturizer. I'm using the 2-degree Activator Hydro by Return Legacy. Apply a thin layer thoroughly throughout your face. I like to massage the product into the skin and really pat it in for a better absorption. Also, I gave myself a little brow lift off camera because it does take quite some time to do, but if you want to know how I did them, let me know in the comments below. Now for the eyes, I'm using the eyeshadow palette by Morphe. First, I'm using the matte cream shade for the base with a fluffy brush so we can have a smoother application later on. Then I added the matte latte shade to the crease as a transition shade. Slowly blend it in and diffuse the color to the temples. With the matte dark taupe shade, I'm darkening the crease and sketching out the shape of the liner with an eyeshadow brush, and blending it with the fluffy brush. Next, I'm using the Eyestudio Lasting Drama Gel Liner in the shade Black by Maybelline. Starting from the upper lash line and slowly winging it out. I'm drawing it bigger and bigger until I can see the liner when I open my hooded eyes. Obviously, this is a more drag approach to it, but you can definitely tone it down to suit your preference. I'm also extending the liner to the tear duct to create a more feline look. After I'm done with the liner, I'm setting it with a matte true black shade so it wouldn't budge and also to intensify the blackness of it. Now I'm just repeating the steps from the lightest to the darkest eyeshadow accordingly from the liner to the crease to marry the colors together. And the same thing goes to the lower lash line as well. I'm keeping the eyeshadow quite close to the lower lash line, hence I didn't do too much blending here. Here I'm using the Superliner Le Smoky Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Black Velour by L'Oreal Paris. I'm darkening the upper lash line and waterline. I didn't show it here, but later on I did set it with a matte true black eyeshadow so it wouldn't get smudged so easily. With the metallic true gold shade, I'm applying it to the center of the lid and diffusing it to the inner lid. I've tried applying the pigment with a brush, but when it comes to shimmer shades, it's just quicker and easier to just pack it on with your fingers. You can stop right here, but if you are feeling a little more extra, you can definitely add some glitter to it. So I'm adding a clear eyelash glue to where I've applied the metallic true gold shade and I'm packing on some glitter with a Q-tip. Here you can really see the difference in mix with and without glitter. With some masking tape around my fingers, I'm taping off any fallout from the glitter. I have curled and added some lashes, mostly emphasizing the outer corners of my eyes off camera. For the foundation, I'm using the Matte Perfection stick in the shade Beige by Sephora. Usually I wouldn't even apply this much foundation, but today we are getting beaten. After applying the foundation, I'm using a stippling brush to blend it. Take your time until everything is well blended. For the concealer, I'm using the Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard by Nars. I'm applying it to my under eyes, cupid's bow, chin, forehead, and nose to brighten up these areas. When it comes to blending it, I'm rotating between brushes and my fingers to blend the product, but I'm doing everything in a patting motion instead of a sweeping motion so that the concealer is concentrated in the area that I want it to. For the contour, I'm using the matchstick in the shade Truffle by Fenty Beauty. I'm keeping the contour quite natural, so I'm only applying it very lightly to the cheekbones, chin, forehead, temples, and nose to really enhance my natural bone structure. With the same foundation brush, I'm pinching it to the shape that I want, so it's easier for me to blend. Take your time until everything looks seamless. Next is to set the foundation. I'm using the setting powder and bronzer by Aery. Use a big fluffy powder brush and set the foundation. I'm only doing a very light coat of powder because it can get very cakey when you use too much. Then with the bronzer, I'm intensifying the area that I've contoured previously. for the blush, I'm using the Sheer Tone blush in the shade Sincere by M.A.C. I'm applying it slightly higher than where I've applied the contour. I'm also lightly blending it to wherever I have contoured previously to bring back some warmth into the skin. For the highlight, I'm applying the Shimmer Champagne highlight shade with the fan brush and my finger. I'm applying to where the light would naturally shine on my face. You can see that I'm tilting my head to see where the light hits naturally. This is the easiest way to know where you should apply your highlights to really make your bone structure pop. With the color Icon Kohl Liner Pencil in the shade Baby Scott Black by Wet n Wild, I'm deepening my natural beauty mark to make it look more eccentric. If you want to go for a more natural approach, you should definitely use a brown color instead of black. Now with the lips, I'm using the color Sensational The Loaded Bolts in the shade Smoking Red by Maybelline. This look will go great with a nude lip as well if you want something a little more subtle. Firstly, I'm applying it straight from the tube, then I'm cleaning the edge with a lip brush so it looks sharp and crisp. Next, I'm using the black lipstick in the shade 001 by Anna Sui. I'm applying it to the edge of my lips and slowly blending the product to the center, creating a very nice gradient with the same lip brush. You can definitely add some gloss to make your lips look more juicy and voluptuous if you want. And that's it. If you ever recreate this look, please don't forget to tag me on your Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what would you like to see next, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!